We're starting off on the back, knees bent, hands resting on the tummy. We're going to move lots today, but let's begin where we are. Drop the awareness into the body. Drop the body into the floor. Take a moment to feel a sense of ease spreading through the body as you let go of doing or holding. And feel the breath begin to deepen and slow down. Taking control of the breath, let it become a little bit slower, a little bit deeper. Feel it rise beneath your hands. We'll stay for one more just like this. And at the very end of that breath, bring the right leg in and extend your left leg away. Take another nice deep breath in and let the knee just rock away from the body a little bit. Then breathing out, draw it in. Let's swap it over, bring the left leg in, extend the right leg away. Nice big breath in, rock the leg away. Breathing out, draw it in. Bring the two knees in now. A hand on each knee, breathe in, rock your knees away from you. And then breathing out, ease them on in. Now bring the arms out wide, a T shape with your body, move the knees forwards over the hips, lift the feet level with the knees. And as you breathe out, send the legs over to the left, keeping that right angle at the knees and hips if you can. Take a breath in, maybe a hand on the top leg there, but extend out through the right arm across the shoulder. Let's take one more breath, close the eyes and feel it from inside. Open the arms out wide as you breathe in. Bring the knees back to the center and then breathing out, drop the legs on over the other way. A hand on the legs there if you like. We'll take a big deep breath in, feel it from within. Breathe out, ease across the chest, across the shoulders, into the neck. One more breath here. Now back to the center. Breathe in, use the tummy muscles to lift the legs there to the center and then draw them into the body. Give yourself a little hug, a little rock. And either roll to your side or just cross your ankles, hold behind your knees and roll up. And then we'll come over to our hands and knees. Spread the fingers, hands shoulder width. Start to circle the hips. Just taking a breath in to send the hips around a few times in one direction. Feel the ground beneath the hands as the weight shifts around. And as you breathe out, send that circle around the other way. I'm getting rid of all those little clicks and pops. You're getting that as well with stereo sound. Let's breathe in, lift the head, lift the tailbone, cow pose. Breathe out, round your back, pull your navel into your spine, cat pose, and just push the front of the feet into the earth. Now, as you breathe into cow pose, turn the toes under. And then do that again. Point the toes back, push the feet into the earth, gather in through the center, bow your head. Go a couple more times like that. So you're turning your toes under in cow pose, that's it. And then pointing the toes back as you move into cat, pushing the front of the ankles really down into the earth. Do that one more time, opening up into cow. And back into cat. And this time as you go into cat, push on the front of the feet so much that your knees hover off the floor if possible. And let's do that again. So we open up, we breathe in. If the knees won't lift, doesn't matter. Push the front of the feet to the floor in cat and just see. Maybe the knees will come up. Now breathe in again one more time. Open up. Toes curl under. And then we're going to breathe out. Draw the navel into the spine. Just straightening out the back. Tabletop. Breathe in. Lift the knees. A fraction off the floor. And breathe out. Bring the right knee to your elbow. Breathe in. Bring that foot down. Now left side. Exhale. Keep it going with your breath. And if you find this is just a bit too much, keep the feet on the floor. We'll try one more time each side, really waking up the deep abdominal muscles. So you're trying to keep that nice flat back if you can. And then lift up and back. Downward dog. Breathing here. Walk the feet up the mat towards you. We're going to take our hands to our shins. Breathe in, lengthen, look ahead. Breathe out and bow. Gently in and down over the legs. Relax the neck. Now bend the knees deeper and roll your way up towards standing. And then let the arms open wide and up overhead. Big stretch up and then draw the hands together, draw them down to the third eye, to the heart center, Tadasana, and pause now. Draw the lower belly in, lift the heart up. Breathe in, take the hands high up the midline. Breathe out, open wide, lift the face, open the heart as you tip forwards and down, in and over the legs. Now grab your couple of blocks here if you have them. And we're going to breathe in, hands on the blocks either side of the feet. Step the left leg back, bring the knee to the earth, open the heart. Then breathe out and step up and bow, uttanasana. You can of course do this without the blocks. Right leg back as we breathe in, lengthen the breath, put the knee down, let the heart open. Then breathe out slowly, step up. Fold in, empty the breath. Keep it going now, alternating side to side with your breath. Long breath in. Long breath out. Feel the breath all the way to the end of each phase, moving deeper. One more time on each side. So that long inhale, let it lengthen, let the pose deepen. And when we exhale, exhale even a little bit longer, dropping the head. Last time on the right, inhale. Exhale. Shift the blocks out of your way. Bend the knees, uncurl, roll all the way up to the sky. Open the arms up high. Bring it together to the third eye, to the heart center, Tadasana. Let the eyes close. And just feel that strength in the core, the lower belly drawing up and in, the heart lifting, the head lifting in line with the spine. Breathe in, let the hands rise up the midline. Breathe out, dive on in with the face lifted till the last moment. And fold in and over the legs. Take the hands around behind you now. Interlace your fingers. Keep the upper body against the thighs so the knees are bent as much as they need to. And lift the hands up off the back. Remember with this one, you might grab a strap, it might be better. Stay with it. Another deep breath in. Long breath out. Breathe in, let the hands go. Bring them to your shins. Lift halfway, look ahead. Now walk it on back to downward dog. Drop to your knees and breathing. Keep the toes curled under. Lift into cow pose. Lift the head, the tailbone, and breathe out. Now flatten the back. Find your tabletop here. That strength through the core. Lift the knees and then slide the right leg back for plank. Then the left leg back for plank. Now feel that same core strength. Feel the shape of plank. And then breathe out, lower it down, elbows by your sides. Hands come back and we rise in locust, breathing in. Breathe out, hands to the earth. And rise in cobra. And back on the knees, lift up and back to downward dog. Drop to the knees once more. Breathe in. Toes curled under, cow pose. Breathe out, tabletop. Lift the navel into the spine. Lift the knees. Right leg back. Left leg back. Find plank. Take a breath. Now shift the heels to the left. And if you can, inhale, lift the right arm up to the sky, side plank. Breathe out, bring it back to plank. Feel it, breathe in. Breathe out the other way, heels to the right. And then be here for a long inhale as the hand lifts and the hips lift. And then turn it, bring it back, lower it down, chaturanga. Hands back, floating in locust. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring the hands down. Now you could stay here for your inhale, or legs come down, upper body rises more. We come to cobra, perhaps in time even upward dog, and then downward dog. Bring the feet together. A little core strengthener, and this is a good warm up as well. Literally, it kind of gets you warm. We're going to take our right leg up onto your left toes, and then breathe out. Bring that right knee to the right upper arm. Now stay here for a sec. Breathe in, lower your knee a little bit down the arm. Then breathe out, lift it up higher up the arm. Bring it back up to the sky. Extend up, breathe in. And then bring the foot down beside the other one. Let's try that on the other side. So left leg rises up. Inhale. Now left knee as high up that left arm as you can, shoulders forwards. Now breathe in, slide your knee down a bit. Breathe out, pull it back up along the arm. Up to the sky. Breathe in. And then bring the feet together. Now walk on up your mat. Breathe in. Hands to the shins. Breathe out, bow over the legs. Take the hands around behind. Interlace the fingers. Stay here or breathe in. Lift the hands up off the back. Breathe out, bow. Now let the hands go. Bend the knees even more. Chair pose. Breathe in, sit deep, lift the arms, then stand up. Draw the hands together, down to the third eye and to the heart. Hands on your hips. Breathe in and step the left leg back as if on a track beside the right foot. Put the back heel down. Now straighten the front leg. So here, Let's swivel the hips around. Adjust your foot. It needs to turn in a fair bit here. And it needs to not be directly behind the front foot or it's too wobbly. So it's kind of important that they're a little bit apart and that we can turn the hips both the same distance from the front of the mat. Take a big breath in, roll your shoulders back, elbows back. Now breathe out and start to come forwards over that front leg. Good, now keep going. You can keep your hands on your hips, or at any point, let the hands come on down to the floor or the blocks. Parsvottonasana. Keep going, just keep breathing and feeling the length in the back of the leg. So there's no struggle, there's no strain, we're just breath by breath, letting this go a little deeper. So blocks are your friend with this one for sure. You could have them up high, hands on them. Now on our next inhale, bring the fingertips to the floor and straighten the arms, or even pop your hands up onto your blocks at whatever height works for you. If you can't get the hands there, put the two blocks on the left side and put the left hand on that, on a stack, okay? Because now we're going to turn right, lift the right arm to the sky. So that left hand can be as high as you like. Now sweep the arm down along your side body, down towards the floor, and then over your head, so that you're moving the arm in a full circle. Yes, exactly. Up and all the way around. Good. Couple more times with your breath. And then the next time that it comes around, we're going to let it come to the sky and we're just going to leave it up there. So we open up this reverse trikonasana. Then bring it down. Now again, a couple of blocks might help because we're going to shift forwards into the front leg, lift the back leg, level with the hip if it'll go, high as you can really, turn it inwards. Now lift the heart, lift the head, and lift the lower belly. Now you could stay here or shift the left hand a tiny bit closer to the midline and lift the right arm to the sky. Reverse half moon, twist the upper body, breathe. Energize and lift the back leg, lift the lower belly. One more breath. Then bring it down, hand down, just the hands. Now bend the standing leg and step back with the back foot, put the toes down, bring the heel down, breathe in, come up, warrior one to the sky. Now bring your hands together in prayer and shift to skandasana. So we can bring our hands down to the earth as we turn our feet and bend the left leg. Stay here. So hands on the floor or in prayer at the heart. What feels better? Take another breath. Long breath out. Now spin it back around to the top of your mat and lower the back knee down. Put the left hand firm on the floor, turn the front foot out a bit and spin the right arm around, reach around behind. Breathe here. Take another big breath in, lean back a little. And then breathe out, bring the hand down, we're back in our lunge. Step back into plank, breathe in. Now side plank to the left, breathe out. But could you pop your right foot on the floor behind you, knee bent. Breathe in, lift the right arm to the sky, lift the hips. Breathe out, turn back into plank and bring that right knee in underneath you, coil in. Side plank the other direction, but could you keep that right knee lifted, hand to the sky? Good. And then come back, plank and lower, chaturanga. Hands float back, locust. Breathe out, hands to the earth. Breathe in, rising cobra, maybe upward dog, and back, downward dog. Bring the feet together. Now breathe in, And lift the right leg up, way high up into the sky, then step it forwards between your hands. Exhale. Inhale, step the back foot forwards. And as you exhale now, slowly fold in, uttanasana. Bend the knees, uncurl, rise up to the sky. Inhale. Gather it in, down to the third eye, the heart center. Tadasana. Breathe. Let the eyes close for a moment. Now begin. Inhale. Hands rise up the midline. We dive on in, arms open, heart open. Uttanasana. Good. Breathe here. Take the hands around behind. Interlace the fingers. Lift the hands up off the back as an option. Breathe out. Bend the knees, let the hands go. Chair pose. Inhale. Exhale all the way up, open, arms wide. Let's bring our hands to our hips. Right leg steps back, and way back, get the heel to the earth, and then straighten the front leg. Now you adjust your feet. If the foot has gone too far back, you can't get your hips square. So a little bit apart as well. Breathe in, roll your shoulders back, elbows back. And as we start to tip forwards, draw the lower belly in. And that's going to help you ground through the back foot. Keep pushing into that back foot. Breathing your way in and over the front leg. Hands to blocks or the floor as you're ready, or maybe keeping the hands on the hips. Stay with this for the next just couple of breaths. Feel the hamstring gradually accept it. Lovely, really nice. All the variations, everybody's got their own thing going on here. It's good. We're going to let our hands come on down. Now, if you can't get the hands down to the ground or blocks, put two blocks together under your right hand. Straighten the arm. Straighten both arms if the two hands are down. Okay, now turn left hand to the sky. Now sweep the arm back past your hip. Yes, down towards the earth, over your head. Big breath in, circle it all the way around. Good, so it goes back and down and overhead, up and around. Yes, that's it. Feel all that mobility in your shoulder. One more. That's it, you got it. Keep it circling. And then we'll let it come up to the sky. We'll just hold it there for one moment, one breath. Reverse Trikonasana. Bring the hand down, and we're going to shift forwards into the standing leg, the front leg. Lift the back leg. So we can bend the front leg for sure. We lift the back leg. If you can, straighten the front leg. Do. Now, again, you could stack your blocks, but we're going to keep our right hand down again and lift the left hand. Reverse half moon. Breathe. Lift the back leg. Twist a little more through the upper body. And breathe. One more. And the hand comes down. We bend the standing leg. We're going to step back, warrior one. So a big inhale takes the arms up to the sky. Now skandasana, hands together, lean in, shift to the right, turn the feet out, bend the right knee. You can have your hands on the floor or your hands in prayer, and we'll take a breath here. Let the exhale bring you deeper. Bring it back around to the top of the mat. Bring the back knee down. Bring the right hand firm to the earth. Turn the front foot out a bit. Spin to the left. Reach the left arm and lie back. Really nice. Big breath in, let the hip open. Bring it back into our lunge. So we step back, inhale to plank. Side plank to the right, exhale, with the option to put the left foot on the floor, the knee bent. Big breath in, left hand to the sky, hips high. Breathe out, come back into plank and pull the left knee in, curl it in. Now side plank the other way, either on the 2 feet or keeping that left leg bent and drawn into the body. Breathe in. Breathe out, bring the hand down, bring the feet down, lower it all down. Inhale, rise in locust. Exhale, hands down. Now we rise, cobra, or perhaps pulling it on up to upward dog. Downward dog. Breathe here. Yes, I'm definitely warmed up. That's what we need on a day like today. Get that circulation going. Take another deep breath in. Long breath out. Walk the feet about halfway up your mat. Keep them nice and wide, a generous hip width. Breathe in. And then breathe out, bend the knees, fold on in, take the hands around behind you again. So you can interlace your fingers and stay relaxed with the hands against the sacrum. Or once more, lift the hands up, off the back. This is a lovely release for your wrists after all the plank and side plank. One more breath. And then we drop, hands down, breathe in, bring the hands a little bit ahead of you, lift your heart, turn your toes out, feet as wide as your mat. Grab your couple of blocks if you want to sit on them here. We're going to come towards a squat. So you can use that support under the hips if you want, or just let the legs do the work for you. Quieten, settle in, chin down a little bit, soften the gaze. Now, either hands and knees, or we sit down, we just sit ourselves right down, a hand around behind to help. If you came to hands and knees, come to sit now. Legs straight out in front, back to the floor. This is nice. Breathe in, hands out ahead of you. We take a little seated forward bend. So let it be enjoyable. Bend your knees or keep the legs straight if you're loving that big stretch for the hamstrings. Either way, drop the chin into the throat. Feel a little lift in the lower belly. Breath in the whole back. Come up as you breathe in. Hands out ahead of you. And then roll down it really slowly so that you feel total control of that. At any point you could roll back up. Then all the way down, arms overhead, reach to fingers and toes, breathe in. Now stay here as you breathe out. And then one more time, as if you're being pulled by your fingers and toes, big breath in. And then soften, gather in, knees into the body, give yourself a hug. Take the arms out wide, a T shape with your body, your knees forwards over your hips, your feet level with your knees. Drop the legs over to the left, just as we did at the very beginning. Bring a hand to the top leg if you like. Breathe in. Breathe out, winding deeper. One more breath. Back to the center as we breathe in. Over the other way as we breathe out. Settle into what's here on this side. It's always interesting to notice how different the two sides are. Bring it on back to the center, draw the knees into the body. Have a little rock, a roll, Uttanasana or happy baby. Your last little bit of movement. Whatever feels good now, your spontaneous little stretch, just as a little kid would. And they do. It's really quite funny, even as they're telling you a story, they'll be on the floor doing this. Now, as always, if you're a little short on time, drop it on down, just keep it easy. Simple Savasana on the earth for 10 breaths. Count it down from 10. Stay with it and just drop into it. If you have more time, we're going to set ourselves up in a supported Shavasana. And this morning you might like to bring a support along your back, like a bolster along your back, instead of under the knees like we normally do, just as an alternative. If you like the bolster under the knees, the back flat on the earth, the cushion under your head, as we normally do, go for that. But make sure you're cozy. A couple of blankets. Feel yourself settle now. The rhythm of the breath changing as you allow your body to surrender into wherever the supports are. Take some time to feel your body breathe and accept that sense of support beneath you. Scan the back of the body, becoming aware of all these places where you're somehow in contact with the earth. And soften into that feeling of embrace. A John O'Donoghue poem for you today. May you listen to your longing to be free. May the frames of your belonging be generous enough for your dreams. May you arise each day with a voice of blessing whispering in your heart. May you find a harmony between your soul and your life. May the sanctuary of your soul never become haunted. May you know the eternal longing that lives at the heart of time. May there be kindness in your gaze when you look within. May you never place walls between the light and yourself. May you allow the wild beauty of the invisible world to gather you, mind you, and embrace you in belonging. Now, if you have a positive affirmation, repeat that to yourself 3 times. Or perhaps align some words from that poem. My favorite is, may there be kindness in your gaze when you look within. And notice the sounds, the movement in the world around you. Notice the feeling in your body, your breath. Draw a deeper breath in. Empty it out slowly. And then ease the back of the waist towards the earth, the kneecaps towards the ceiling. Hold the pelvis steady. Bend one leg, bring the foot to the bolster. Bend the other leg, foot to the bolster. And then roll to your side. If you were lying back over a bolster, you just stretch your legs straight out, bring your hands by your sides and push yourself directly up from there is easier. And then we'll find our place, our seat. Let the palms face up, a little away from you. Let your eyes close. Notice how you feel. Let the hands come together at the heart center. And let 3 things come to mind that you feel grateful for. Let's take a big breath in, open the arms wide, stretch up overhead. Gather it in, down to the third eye, the heart center, and the earth. Namaste.